You follow every guru, right? Take every course, listen to every expert. But when it comes time to trusting yourself, nothing. Zero confidence. You trust strangers more than you trust yourself, and that's keeping you stuck. So, you have an idea for your income stream, right? A strategy or a direction. But before you do it, you second guess yourself. Is this right? Should I check with whatever expert, right? Should I check what they see first, right? Or what they say first? So you buy their course, listen to their method, follow their approach, and then you see another expert, right? Different strategy. Maybe that's better, right? You buy that course too. Now you're confused. Two different approaches. Which one is right? So you find a third expert, right? And a fourth, and a fifth. You spend months learning from strangers, following their advice, trusting their judgment. But your own judgment, you don't trust it at all, right? You're outsourcing your thinking to people who don't know your situation, your skills, your goals, right? And you're ignoring the one person who knows all of that. You, right? Think about driving somewhere new, right? You use the GPS, follow the directions exactly, trust the map, right? No one's ever gotten lost by following the GPS, right? Or you could use your own judgment, right? This route looks better. I'll take this shortcut, right? Most people trust the GPS even when their gut says the GPS is wrong. The GPS has never been wrong, right? Even when they can see a better path, right? Because trusting the GPS feels safer than trusting themselves, right? You're doing the same thing when you're with your income stream, following every expert's GPS, ignoring your own instincts. The reality is, though, is that, number one, experts don't know your situation, right? They don't know your skills, your personality, your resources, your goals, right? They're giving advice to everyone based on what worked for them, right? So what worked for them might not work for you. You know your situation better than any expert, but you're ignoring that knowledge because you don't trust yourself. That's backwards. You're the expert on you, right? Number two, every expert you follow contradicts the last one, right? One says post daily, another says quality over quantity, right? One says sell high ticket, another says start with low ticket offers, right? One says niche down, right? Another says cast a wider net, right? They all contradict each other because they're teaching what worked for them, right? Not saying any of these strategies are wrong, but they're teaching what worked for them, right? Not what works universally, right? You're trying to follow everyone, and it's paralyzing you because you can't follow contradictory advice, right? You have to pick. And that requires trusting yourself, right? Number three, the more you ignore your judgment, the weaker it gets, right? Trusting yourself is a skill, and like any skill, you build on it by using it. You build it by using it. So you're not using it. You're outsourcing every decision to experts. So your ability to trust yourself atrophies, right? Gets weaker until you can't make any decision without checking what someone else thinks first. That's dependency. That's not growth, right? You need to start trusting your own judgment, even when it's scary, especially when it's scary, right? So how do you stop outsourcing your thinking? How do you start trusting yourself? You fix the mindset that makes you doubt your own judgment. the fear of being wrong, the need for external validation, the belief that experts know better than you, right? Your mindset is 95% of your success. And most people never build their income stream because they're waiting for someone else to tell them what to do. The training I completed taught me how to stop following every guru, right? How to trust my own judgment, how to make decisions without needing validation from strangers. And now I'm not paralyzed by contradictory advice, right? I'm building based on what I know about my situation because I trust myself, right? The link is in the description if you want to check it out. And drop a fire emoji if you're done following strangers and ready to trust yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.